Meher Imran, great to get you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
There's lots I want to dive into today, including evolutions. Congratulations on your new role there.
Thank you so much.
But maybe first you'd like to introduce yourself?
Yep, sure. My name is Meher and I'm from London. I've lived almost all my life there. I moved over to Dubai almost 2.5 years ago and come from a complete different industry. That's the story itself.
Yeah, you worked in beauty, didn't you? You had a beauty salon.
Yes, I did. I had my own salon and a lot more on the side, bit of television acting I've done as well, beauty modeling and everything. And one thing led to another and then now I'm here.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a really good story, and there'll be a lot of people back in the UK, various parts of the world, that will look at you and maybe some other guests I've had on here, see how you've done it and maybe try and replicate that.
Yeah.
So you set up the beauty salon, when was it, 2018?
Yes. So prior to the beauty salon, I had a small beauty room in central London. I worked my way from there for almost, say, about 9-10 months, and then we inaugurated and launched the beauty salon.
Fantastic.
That was in East London, and all as well, everything was going good. I thought that's how it's going to be. I'm going to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I'll open up one branch, I'll open up another, and COVID came through.
A certain virus came along.
I'm one of the many, I guess, millions and millions of people that COVID has affected.
Yep.
Of course, the loss has been much less than many other people, but COVID came through. We had almost, I think we were on the verge of a third lockdown.
Yep.
I just said, I can't do this anymore. I need to do something else, or I need to just sit back, or I need a break, basically. I got really depressed, really anxious, and I said to my mom one day, I said, I don't know where my life is heading. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be old and miserable, and I don't know what I'm going to do. She said, relax. You know what? Go on a holiday, do something. Obviously, there were still restrictions, a lot of things we couldn't do. And then I took a break, kept the shutters down of the salon, and head over to Dubai.
Yeah.
Came with the intention of a very long holiday, almost a month. I booked an apartment. I created an itinerary. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat this. And then almost a week and a half into it, I started getting pretty bored.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, because I'm working class, and when you're working so much, back in the salon, it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all the days. I was 10 to 7 just working consistently, and then you're not used to just sitting around, lounging around. So then what happened was I created a CV. I looked pretty okay. I started applying to a few different places. It was decent. I started applying to random roles, receptionist, admin, lots of back office roles. And the funny thing is I did get callbacks, of which one of the calls was from a real estate company, Bank International Properties. They called me over and I went for the interview. And the head of operations, who was taking my interview, she looked at my CV, she looked at my face, and she goes, are you really applying for a role of a receptionist? I said, yeah. She goes, really? She goes, you know what, let's do this. I'm looking for a new team member for my talent acquisition team. Why don't you come on? And so I said, okay, well, this should be a new experience. And when I signed the offer letter, 1 year into the company, I didn't even realize. I grew a platform, network, started using LinkedIn.
Yeah, you're big on LinkedIn.
Well, imagine two connections to now almost, I think, 37,000 plus followers. Exactly. So, I would never have thought that. Instagram, yeah, maybe, but not LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But that itself, it helped me. It was like the foundation of my career, I built connections. I started knowing more about Dubai real estate, how it goes about, the ins and outs. And so,
So you're working in this role as a recruiter for
as a recruiter,
banking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've worked there, almost a year into it, and then I headed into my different opportunity.
So I think you were saying earlier, D&B Properties headhunted you.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did. So I was headhunted by them, and of course, D&B I had heard of. I thought, why not? And that itself was a complete different experience. Banking, I will always be thankful for.
Gave you the opportunity. And
100%.
Yeah, quite a few of the guests I've had on here have started with one company, and then they've moved on, but they're nearly always grateful to the first one to give them 100%.
The chance. No, I've had different experiences. Let's say it's ignited me, literally. It's, as you say, created the fire. And D&B then, of course, complete different experience. Things went on a much larger scale. And the vibe, it was different. And I had heard of the company before. I'd heard of, the chairman, Husni Al-Bayari, before as well. And I thought, you know what, this is an amazing opportunity, and I'm thankful for that too.
Well, he's done a great job, hasn't he? Because he set that up in 2015.
Yes.
And now you've got over 200 agents.
Yep. More than that now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk a bit more about that, but I'm excited about Evolutions, because the funny thing was, obviously, I knew you were coming on this podcast.
Yeah.
Last night, the real estate company I work for, EXP, a new WhatsApp group was set up, Evolutions EXP. So we've now got an account with you.
Amazing.
And so I'm looking forward to going along to the office and checking it out. But could you describe the concept briefly?
So Evolutions is known to be Dubai's #1 real estate intelligence hub. It's a platform that we've created. We've got lots of exclusive off-plan projects in hand. And a lot of the developers, we have many of our projects like 25 Heimer, which is 25-hour hotel. It's come hand in hand and given a lot of exposure to Evolutions itself. We're basically a master agency. It's like scratching each other's back kind of thing. So, it is quite different. It's very much different to D&B Properties, and Husni's got a vision there. It's a different vibe.
I didn't clarify. So your role is recruitment at both companies.
Yes, I'm a recruitment specialist for both. Yeah.
And Husni owns both.
He's a chairman for both. But of course, we've got the deputy CEO, Manya, for D&B Properties, and then Adam Yunus, he is the CEO for Evolutions. Of course, the vision is both set by Husni and the respected CEOs as well. I started off, of course, with D&B, and then some time back, I entered Evolutions as well.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different ball game, of course, in terms of, the agents that we have, the kind of caliber, the experiences. So, that itself is a very different experience.
Yeah, I'll have a go at trying to summarize what it's about, the concept, and then you just correct me where I'm wrong. So you operate out of an office in Business Bay, where there's lots of models of developments from smaller developers, boutique developers, who need somebody like you to have a platform where they can showcase their properties.
Sure.
So it's a one-stop shop, really, for buyers to come in and look at various projects that are being sold throughout Dubai. And so it gives them an opportunity to compete with the bigger developers, the emails, the Nikhils, that sort of thing.
100%.
And you're really the first agency to do this.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
We are. We clarify and call it the Real Estate Intelligence Hub.
Yeah.
It makes us very unique. There are not a lot of brokerages that have, entered this kind of a path, and even that they have I've not really come across such a big wow from the result as I have with Evolutions. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously I'll put links to Evolutions in the show notes. And so do you employ your own agents there who will then work with agents who work for agencies throughout Dubai?
Yeah.
What about the general public? If I was a buyer just walking in off the street, will you work with just members of the public who want to buy?
And yes, of course, it's open for investors as well. The doors are open for almost everyone.
Yeah.
Of course, it's very different to when we're hiring and what we're looking for, as compared to when the doors are open for the projects are literally open for everyone. All investors are welcome to come through the door.
Yeah, I think you'll do really well with it. That's got a lot of potential. Be interesting to see whether there's much competition in the future, but I can absolutely see why developers would want to come to you for that. That's really good. So if we look at the UK, and maybe there are people watching that are interested in coming out to Dubai or any other part of the world, what sort of advice would you give?
My number one advice is do your research. I not only say this to people that are looking to move to Dubai or the ones that have come down here already. A lot of people think, yeah, Dubai, it's that lifestyle. My journey, of course, I don't give an example for it because I literally came for a holiday.
Yeah, but quite a few people do that, don't they?
But
Check it out.
I think it's a 1 out of 10 chance that you can end up staying or something can happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a safe advice.
But of the people that are here, a lot have come for a holiday first. Some just get on the plane, say, right, that's it, I'm going to create a new life in Dubai.
Yeah.
And they make it work. But quite a few will check it out first. You did it for a month, which is quite a long time.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that don't have that time out there, and and they want to.
You were lucky to have that.
Yeah, I honestly think I'm lucky. But again, like I said, it's not safe advice I give everyone. So do your research, relocation, and this is another thing that I help people with, relocation, giving them the advice in terms of the industries that they're looking in to go to. And of course, real estate is the main industry, the hottest industry right now. There is a lot you have to learn through it. I mean, real estate is completely a different ball game out here, even compared to the UK, where I think we're only limited to lettings and everything. Here we've got off-plan, we've got commercial, holiday homes, and, you know, the list goes on. And of course, it's on a larger scale. But I always say, do your research, not only in terms of the companies that are out here, the requirements that you need, you know, things like visa, driver's license, a lot of things, and accommodation itself, expenses. You have to be, because real estate, majority of it is commission based. You have to be financially stable. I do not advise anyone to just dive into real estate if they are not financially stable for the next 6 to 8 months.
And in terms of pounds or dollars, how much do you think they should come out here with in terms of savings? It
all depends, in all honesty. It's all down to you because a lot of people, they say, yeah, no, I'm going to try spending very less, but it's Dubai, you cannot. I mean, we ourselves as well, we can't stop ourselves. But
10 to 20,000.
I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Yes, minimum, and then be very.
And the more the better, because the longer the greater chance you give yourself then.
Yeah, when you move out here, of course, if you're joining real estate, for example, for the ball to start rolling, and you know, it's going to take you, let's say, 3 to 4 months. You might be lucky, you might close the deal on your first month, but some people, it may take longer than others.
Yeah.
So yeah, according to that, I would definitely say that, you know, you should think of keeping your expenses accordingly.
And are you looking for real estate experience back in the home country of the candidates that you get?
Preferably, yes. However, real estate, again, it's open to everyone. If you know you tick all these boxes, you know, you've done your research, you're financially stable, and you know you're ready for it basically, then of course why not? Real estate can be for them as well.
Yeah, there are plenty of people out here that have never done real estate before and get into it and are successful. Because a lot of companies give really good training.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you talk about the training at D&B Properties?
So D&B, we have a 1 week long training. Our trainer, she's she's qualified and very experienced, and you know it's a very chilled kind of atmosphere that we have. I mean, we are not only just teaching them about how our company itself functions, the ins and outs and the structure, but how real estate itself is as well. You know, the pros they need to know and the cons they need to know. We don't show them that real estate is all, you know, shiny stars and diamonds, but there's cons. There can be dark sides to it, and they need to be very much be aware of it. Because again, how I say, recruitment is not for the thick skinned. Real estate itself as well overall is not for it's for the thick skin, sorry. And they need to be aware. They need to be aware that, you know, it could be weeks may go by, months may go by, they might not close a deal. They need to be ready for that. Or their client might back out, or another agent might take their client. They need to be very much aware of these things.
They do, and do their research, as you say, on the company. Maybe it's good, one or two people have said, and I think it's a good idea to use in LinkedIn, say, contact agents that are at that company. And hear it from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, that's good advice. Talking of LinkedIn and your large following on there, you do quite a few posts, don't you? And you get a benefit from that. What would your advice be? So for people that want to build up their social media, obviously come on a podcast like this.
100%. See, it's very funny the way I built my LinkedIn network. I mean, before, when I just started using LinkedIn, I would just go and connect with people left, right, center until LinkedIn would block me for a couple of days. So I did that.
You've reached your limit or
something. I reached my limit, and then LinkedIn would,
for that week.
LinkedIn would actually block me for 3 days.
Would it?
They thought I'm spamming people. I was just sending connections. I would do that to begin with, which I don't advise anyone to do. I started posting, I started creating content, recruitment content, you know, TikToks, memes, and a lot of these things. So I wasn't just limiting it to, oh, hey, come and join Dubai Real Estate, and this is how Dubai is. I would share a lot of my own personal experiences, how I have transitioned, how my life has transitioned. You know, and the hearing it from the horse's mouth, I have existing agents that would share their experiences, testimonials, feedback. So I would create all this content, and then I would start posting it. And then, of course, I started increasing the engagement. People started taking interest. They were like, okay, tell me more about it. And then, you know, one connection leads to another, then it leads to another. And they'd be like, hey, have you heard of this so-and-so recruiter? She is in this company, and then they would connect me, and they'd be like, oh, so-and-so told us about you. And then
just snowballs, doesn't it?
Exactly. So it started growing and growing and growing. And then I started enjoying it. I mean, where I would unlock my phone to scroll on Instagram, instead I would unlock my phone to scroll on LinkedIn. So it just became like my regular thing.
And your actress experiences would have helped as well, won't it, with some of the videos?
That was very serious acting that I did over there. That was a bit of...
but if you're doing videos, it helps.
Acting, of course. A lot of people say that my face, I have a lot of expressions that I give, you know, I'm quite...
Good in front of the camera.
I love the camera now. I mean, if you took me back almost, let's say about 10, 12 years back, I would get scared of the camera. Now I'm like, well, as soon as the camera comes, I start posing. I'm like, here I am. But I started loving the camera. I speak to the camera like it's a person. And I know what I need to say, how I need to say it. And it's all about loving the camera. I guess it's whether it's us as recruiters or even agents are doing it as well. A lot of agents I've seen, they bring out their own content as well. It makes me happy because it's branding, personal branding.
Is it part of the training? Do you have it as part of the training at D&B?
Yes, we do.
Do you?
Social media, how to utilize your social media platforms. We give the marketing support, content creation. We have script writers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we help them with whatever they need. They can just, of course, book in with photographers, videographers, and a lot of them, I look on their Instagram, I'm like, whoa, okay. Use of hashtags and reel creations. A lot of the ideas, we throw it out to them, and it's how they do it, basically.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. Before we sort of look to wrap up, Dubai itself, what do you like about Dubai?
It's the overall vibe, the difference in living. It's amazing. I call this place, which I told you earlier on, I mean, the whole discovery issues that I was having, I just couldn't fall into place, whether it was acting, whether it was radio presenting, whether it was, running my own salon. A lot of the things I just never felt satisfied. And I realized that it's not what I'm doing, it's where I'm doing it.
Right.
So when I came to Dubai, I felt like I could breathe. I don't know, a lot of people from the UK have said this to me. They go, we feel like we can breathe better. Now I call this place my home, where I can be myself. Whatever opportunities or whatever I want to do, I can do it wholeheartedly. I don't know if COVID had not hit us, if this would have been.
Maybe that was a blessing in disguise for you.
It was a blessing in disguise. Safe to say it was. For me, it was. It has changed my life completely, and I'm very thankful for it. And there are a lot of people, friends, family, people that I know in and out of my professional network that ask me about Dubai, and I tell them my experience. And it has attracted a lot of people. Safety itself, the opportunities, and we call it land of opportunity.
Yeah.
The education system, a lot of things are, I say the quality of it is far, far more better. And not only do I call it my home, but even in future, I would like to settle down here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an incredible city. And if you just look at the numbers with the 2040 vision, which I've spoken about before on these podcasts, they're aiming for, I think it's 7.8 million people, residents in Dubai.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's about 3.6, 3.7. I think by 2040, they'll do that easily.
Yeah.
And what's being created here, it's quite incredible, and it attracts people.
They have a vision here. The leaders have a vision, and vision takes you ahead. They know exactly what they want. I mean, from the littlest things like the flying taxis that they had, for example, that itself, we thought,
come in, isn't it?
Exactly. I thought that was just limited to the museum, but they have implemented it. Even things like female only beach. There are a lot of things like that. And these little things, they make a very big difference. They do attract a lot of people, even opportunities, even visas, the type of visas are coming out.
Yeah, they're just making it easier and easier for people to live out here and stay out here.
They know they've got the magnet in the hand and they're attracting people, and it's brilliant. And
you talk about the vision, you compare that to where we're from. There's no vision at all, is there?
Yeah, no comment. Yeah.
Oh, well. That's great. Anything else?
No, I would just want to thank you for having me
not
here.
At all. No, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
In terms of people contacting you, is LinkedIn the best?
They can contact me on LinkedIn. They can contact me on Instagram. Whether you go on my LinkedIn, my Instagram is linked anyway. Yeah. And they can get in touch with me.
I'll put the links in.
They can get in touch with me, not only if they are looking to pursue real estate, but relocation. I'm all out there to give them the honest advice and the support that they need.
That's great. Really enjoyed having you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.